One, it will be relatively easy to detect, and if it's an oxygen-rich atmosphere, holy mackerel. If it's a methane-bearing atmosphere, methane is not much in the atmosphere we're breathing now, but it's more than would be expected from chemical equilibrium of a dead Earth. Anybody out there then in this condition, notice, if there's anybody out there with a technology 10 to 15 years greater than ours, they, from their star, have already looked at us. And they already know that this planet is crawling. They already know it. Just with technology that will be available to us in 10 to 12 years, they already know it. Because we will, in 10 to 12 years, we'll be doing it ourselves. This is going to be incredible. Because if we do, in fact, detect life elsewhere, our view of the sky will fundamentally change. Because when I was a kid, I was told, go outside, look, there's the Big Dipper. Well, that's all nice. I'm sure there's some mythology associated with it. But our kids, the kids in the audience today, will take their kids out and say, see that star over there? It has 6 planets, 2 of which have life. That will be a view of a living universe, a living sky, that will be of historic, unprecedented achievement on the part of the United States. That will change forever our way of viewing the night sky. We are on the threshold of being able to do that. Most planets have non-circular orbits in summary. Do other planets have large moons? Don't know yet, but is being asked. Reason why that would be an important question, our moon has been important for maintaining complex, sustainable life on this planet, believe it or not.
Yes.
The presence of the moon, that annoyance.
Asteroid deflector.
It's an asteroid deflector, but also keeps our axis from wobbling too much. It helps the environment, having a large, massive moon. Doesn't prevent life from forming, but it does make things easier. Do other planets have vigorous geochemical cycles? Are they tectonically active? If our planet was not tectonically active, this would be a very difficult place. Mountain building, erosion, oceans, atmosphere, dynamic, cycling of elements. The carbon in us cycling. Every single carbon atom in us has been through life umpteen times. We have dinosaur carbon in us. That's a vigorous geochemical cycling of carbon. If things simply died and were buried and nothing happened, boy, you'd run out of carbon fast. This is a major kind of vital, vigorous dynamic system that we have. Planets that don't have it, difficult. Are catastrophic impacts rare on other planets? I hope so. Or maybe not. Maybe it spurs evolution. It did it 65 million years ago. We're the beneficiaries of that impact. Not the dinosaurs for kids. Oxygenic photosynthesis, did it arrive on other planets? Terrestrial Planet Finder will determine that. Oxygen-producing photosynthesis is a major biochemical way of getting a lot done. Boy, if you want to be strong and healthy and be a vigorous life form, doing all sorts of things, oxygen, respiration. Boy, if you write the chemical reactions involving some carbon-bearing complex molecule plus oxygen gives you boom! That's what it gives you. It gives you a boom. It gives you a really big delta G. And we are the products of big delta G. We have a lot of energy released. It's why, as one philosopher said, the root of all evil on the part of human beings is their inability to sit still in a room. That's oxygenic photosynthesis for you. We're just busy, you know? Is intelligence inevitable? Who knows? If Earth started life at least 4 billion years ago, perhaps, how long did it take out of 4 billion years for intelligence to emerge?
No, we're still waiting.
Still waiting, yeah.
Yep, jury's still out, absolutely. And what are the philosophical implications of life being rare or life being common? And life you could define as microbial, or you can define it any way you want. Intelligence, I don't know. But here's one, in conclusion, I'd add one that you may fully disagree with. But I add it simply as my last 10 seconds. And it's from a philosopher, an anthropologist, a humanist, a prolific author, who wrote back in 1957, Loren Eiseley. Perhaps some of you have read some of his work. He says this, just before the space age even, but here was his perspective. But nowhere in all space or on 1,000 worlds will there be other humans to share our loneliness. There may be wisdom, there may be power, somewhere across space, great instruments, handled by strange manipulative organs, may stare vainly at our floating cloud raft, their owners yearning as we yearn. Nevertheless, in the nature of life, and in the principles of evolution, we have had our answer. Of humans elsewhere and beyond, there will be none forever. Thanks very much.
We're going to give your voice a break. It looks like there are probably a couple more questions, so you might want to use this.
Well, again, thank you very much for your patience throughout this ordeal. Wow. Yes.
Can you go back to the slide of eccentricity of the exoplanets?
Can I scroll it? Oh, sorry, I did that.
Yeah, the eccentricity of planets is shown.
Slide 21.
Yes, it's right here.
Okay, the point is the following. If we were to plot Pluto on that chart, it would be a high eccentricity planet, right?
Correct.
It would be a high eccentricity
Object.
same as many of these. And that has two implications. The IAU may future meet and decide that Pluto is more like a planet compared to these exoplanets than the Earth, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, etc. And we may be not a planet because we're atypical.
He's making a statement.
Get that man a soapbox!
Pluto's a planet, the Earth is not.
He said no, he's not from Earth.
Yes, but what do you really feel? Yeah, interesting, great idea. Great idea. So a question came up a moment ago about what about if some of these large planets, some of these large planets have large eccentricities here. Couldn't there be small planets, nonetheless, that have circular orbits? Here's the rub there. And it should have come to me when that person made that very excellent question, and that is, it becomes a predaceous environment. Solar systems like that become predaceous. Think of yourself as being a small planet in 100, 200, 300-day orbit around a star in which some massive planets have